Boom! Blood sprays the classroom wall as a massive green fist crushes a student's head like a grape. 3 lifeless bodies already litter the floor, futures deleted. But how? How did High Orcs, monsters notorious for hunting, end up inside a defenseless school? Where are the S-rank hunters? And most importantly, where the hell is Sung Jin-Woo while his own sister is trapped in this slaughterhouse? To understand how this nightmare unfolded, we gotta hit rewind and see what led to this bloodbath. Before the screams, before the first orc emerged, America was just discovering something that would shake the entire hunter world to its core. The true nature of Sung Jin-Woo's power. Chapter 115, A King's Identity and a Dragon's Gift. So we open up in America, where Michael Connor is standing there looking straight up lost after failing to acquire Sung Jin-Woo. Mrs. Selner is there too, sitting next to him with her eyes closed like she's seen some stuff that's giving her the ick. I have no excuse. Michael looking all defeated. Across them is David Brennan, the director of the Federal Bureau of Hunters, sitting at his desk giving him that "I'm not just disappointed, I'm waiting for an explanation" energy. He's like, "I didn't call you here for an apology, tell me what happened." Michael shifts uncomfortably and says, according to Lady Selner's observations, Hunter Sung Jin-Woo is one of the kings. Director Brennan is shook. The big boss leans back in his chair like, "What? Lady Selner, then are you saying that Hunter Sung Jin-Woo has the power of a national-level hunter?" This is where it gets bussin'. Mrs. Selner, slowly opening her eyes, drops some knowledge. "I think I'll need to clarify. The Awakened draw their power from the other side. I can sense that connection they have with the other side. Sometimes the power from the other side is so strong that the Awakened look like they're covered in a brilliant light. I call those people kings." Her equation is missing numbers because she adds, "But for him, there was no such connection." Mrs. Selner's body starts trembling. When I looked in his eyes, the darkness inside him stared back. He was darkness itself. What she found out is Jin-Woo is built different. Like literally. Brennan's like, "Darkness, are you saying that Sung Jin-Woo is evil?" And Mrs. Selner is quick to clarify, shaking her head gently. "I'm not debating whether Hunter Sung Jin-Woo is good or evil. I'm only talking about where his power comes from. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, he doesn't borrow his power from somewhere, because his power doesn't come from the other side, and instead from within. He doesn't have any limitations." Michael's eyes go wide like, "That means there's no limit to his power." And Mrs. Selner just nods calmly but firmly as Brennan says, "Lady Selner, thank you." Now Michael's like, "Director, where are you going?" "I'm going to floor B24, follow me." And they head down in this elevator. The floor number flashes, level 24. That's how you know some secret stuff is about to go down. Brennan stands there looking like he's about to drop the most classified tea ever. If we can't use Lady Selner's powers, we'll have to win him over some other way. "Do you remember the first S-rank gate?" he asks Michael, eyes intense. Michael's face gets all serious as he recalls, "Of course, the terrible dungeon break that caused the destruction of the western part of the US. How could I forget?" Brennan nods. "Of the world's best hunters that the US gathered by offering a huge reward, only 5 survived. The US gave these 5 the authority equaling that of a nation. That was the beginning of the nation-level hunters. The inextinguishable flame, the dragon Kamish, a single beast massacred countless top-class hunters. Would you believe it if I told you that horror left behind a small gift?" Michael's looking confused like, "You don't mean?" Brennan gestures toward the room beyond, like he's about to unveil a legendary treasure. "I do." An Area 51 type a door slowly slides open, revealing something straight out of fantasy. "Look." They walk into this huge, dimly lit room, and in the center, there's this secure enclosure with a large, glowing stone. Michael gasps, absolutely shook. This rune stone was found in Kamish's corpse. Brennan walks toward the rune stone looking like he's in a The More You Know segment. It has been around 8 years since the Kamish raid. There were no mages amongst the national-level hunters. He gestures to the runestone with that big boss energy. And so, this rune has been waiting for its rightful owner in this basement. Kamish will once again give this beautiful country a valuable gift. Behind the glowing runestone lies the colossal, breathtaking remains of the flame dragon Kamish. Its massive skull is still terrifying even in death. The bone structure gleams with an otherworldly blue-white light, enormous ribcage arching above them like the roof of a cathedral. Even as remains, the dragon's presence feels overwhelming, ancient, powerful, and majestic in its terrible beauty. And let me tell you, the way he's looking at that stone, we all know who they're planning to give it to. Meanwhile, Jin-Woo is in his shower having a completely different crisis. Man's staring at himself in the fogged mirror looking absolutely confused. He's thinking, I'm definitely taller and in better shape after reawakening, but am I that handsome? Our Shadow Monarch is actually having a character development moment about his appearance. The man's examining himself like, I should be pretty average. Is it because of will of rehabilitate? Restores all damaged body parts. All my blemishes are gone because of this buff. Yes, you are king, and your skin is snatched now. Our boy went from E rank to S rank glow up real quick, and he doesn't even realize he's got that mad drip now. After getting dressed, the newly minted Jin-Woo finds his sister sprawled on the couch, lost in her phone. Jin-Woo approaches his sister. Sis. She looks up from her phone. He continues with this nervous smile. How do I look to you? Jin-Ah looks up confused. What about it? Jin-Woo trying to sound casual but failing hard. Like how I look as a man. Jin-Ah just loses it, looking at him like he's gone crazy. What? Where did you get that unfounded confidence? To me you look like a bum. I'm dead. Like brother like sister, I guess. She has no idea her brother is literally him. Jin-Woo's smile drops real quick, feeling a bit hurt. Yeah, thanks a lot for that objective answer. His sister annoyingly starts kicking his chest. Hey, you'll break your leg. Jin-Woo smirks back. Did you forget that I have an S-rank body? Do you even use your brain? Jin-Ah putting a defiant look. What? I'm at the top of my class. Jin-Woo gives her a look. That was just on the mock exams. The Shadow Sovereign changes the subject. Oh right, I'm thinking about creating a guild. Jin-Ah's eyes go sarcastic. Oh, are people going to call you boss now? Jin-Woo nods confidently, if it goes well. He thinks out loud, what do you think about solo player's guild name? His sister looks at him like he's lost his mind. What, are you kidding? Why would you name your guild something like that? He looks confused. Why, is it weird? This guy acting all confused as if he's immune even to cringe. Jin-Ah explains, your ability is summoning those shadow soldiers. Technically you're not solo. Jin-Woo blinks, considering her words. You have a point. He starts wondering. Then what should I call it? Jin-Ah grins, eyes sparkling with her idea. How about Arjin Guild? Jin-Ah nodding enthusiastically. Ah meaning I, Jin meaning to go forward. She explains the meaning like she just came up with the most fire guild name ever. He raises an eyebrow like he didn't catch on. Arjin? It's my name backwards, she brags. How about it? Isn't it nice? Jin-Woo considers it for a moment. It's not bad. Arjin Guild is about to be the most OP guild in the world, and it's his little sister's name backwards. How cute. Many monsters will be slain in her name. Now the scene shifts to where Hunter Cha-Hye-in is just suffering. She's letting out this dramatic cry while kicking the bed. She's cringing so hard, remembering her own words. What do you mean? I think so. What do you mean I think so? I basically confessed, her face blushing all shy and panicked from the cringe damage taken. She remembers Jin-Woo's trolling face. Then, aren't there better ways than joining the guild? Now she's spiraling. He's going to think I'm a crazy woman. He even saved my life. Of course I'd be interested, right? Cha-In tries to reassure herself. Yeah, so it's okay. Then immediately contradicts herself. It's not okay. It's really not okay. Girl is down bad for our boy Jin-Woo, and I am here for it. If this made you smile a little or straight up laugh, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment if you've cringed like this before. The hunter calms down a bit, getting more reflective. Well, technically, I'm alive because of Min Byung-goo's healing ability. Suddenly a memory stirs in her mind. Something she saw when she was unconscious. The words, "Please tell him," appear in her head. She sees herself floating in darkness, a hand reaching out to her. His voice echoes, "Please tell him he needs to." She looks up and sees the translucent figure of Hunter Min Byung-goo, his face etched with urgency. She stares at him confused. His expression is pleading. Please tell him he needs to be careful. The message becomes clearer. Tell Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. The vision fades, leaving Hye-in trembling. She springs out of bed, her heart pounding in her chest. Her eyes are wide with a sudden terrifying realization. Please tell him he needs to be careful with his own power. Back then? She's completely shocked. I saw Hunter Min Byung-gu, she exclaims, her voice filled with shock and awe. Min Byung-gu's warning about Jin-Woo's power echoes in Hain's mind, but our Shadow Monarch? He's completely oblivious to both her vision and the disaster brewing across the city. See, while Jin-Woo's living his best life. New guild, dodging S-rank crushes, family time, seems chill, right? Wrong. Across the country, a top-tier guild is sweating over a gate they can't handle, and they've got their eyes on our boy. And their desperate solution? It's about to put Jin-Woo exactly where he shouldn't be. Chapter 116, The Knight's Proposal. Unusually, we find ourselves at the Knight Guild headquarters, where vibes are tense. Jung Yoon-tae is standing there looking like he's about to deliver some bad news to the boss. Hyung-nim, about the gate that spawned yesterday. They're saying it'll be hard to give us permission, he says, trying to keep his voice steady. The association's measurements came back pretty high. Jung Yoon-tae is sweating bullets when Park Jong-soo asks, "Is it an S-rank gate?" Straight cap. These fools are nowhere near strong enough for an S-rank gate. Jung Yoon-tae shakes his head. No, but they said it's the highest measurement for A-rank gates. Park Jong-soo responds gravely, well, that's a pain in the ass. We could all die in there if we're not careful. We could give it up if it were an S-rank, but the situation's more complicated because it's an A-rank. Jung Yoon-tae explains, hands all over the place. Rumors would spread about how we, one of the top 5 guilds, can't even clear an A rank. He continues with the harsh truth. The problem is that ordinary people think that gates with the same rank are all identical. Jung Yoon-tae lowers his voice like he's spilling tea. If we give up on this gate, the guys from Fame will definitely claim it. Park Jong-soo absolutely loses it. Man slams his fist on the desk, veins popping out of his neck. Are you saying that we'll surrender the gate that spawned in our own front yard to Ma Dong-wook? Jung Yoon-tae steps back with his hands up like, don't shoot, and says, I'm just saying, Hyung-nim. The tension is thick in here. These guys are in a real pickle because they ain't got the juice to handle this gate, but they're too proud to admit it. In terms of quantity and quality, our guild's A-rank hunters are the same as those of the other major guilds, Park Jong-soo analyzes. It's just that one S-ranker. Missing that one person makes a huge difference. That's when Yong Yirim steps in looking calm and collected, while everyone else is having a whole breakdown. She's giving big brain energy when she suggests, we could also enter with another guild. Park Jong-soo scoffs. If we say we want to cooperate because we're uncertain about clearing it ourselves, won't the other guilds sense the danger and pull back? Yong Yirim doesn't back down. If it's hard to bring an entire guild, then how about one person? Park Jong-soo looks incredulous. How can a single person help when we're going into the most difficult of A-rank gates? But we all see it. There's a name flashing in his mind. The one and only Sung-him-woo. Because when you're in trouble, who you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters. You call the Shadow Monarch. Yong Yirim catches that vibe immediately. You know who, right? Park Jong-soo nods. Yes, you mean Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. Park Jong-soo is doing some serious math in his head right now. It would be a dishonor to ally with a different guild, but working with him might bring us some recognition instead, he reasons. On top of that, our chances of safely completing this difficult raid will increase. After a moment, he asks, what is Hunter Sung Jin-Woo doing these days? Aside from when he cleared a gate that spawned on a road recently, there hasn't been any news, Jung Yoon-tae explains. Should I try to get his contact information, Hyung-nim? Park Jong-soo stops him. No. Put away your phone. Do you think it's proper to handle such an important matter with a single phone call? Let's pay him a visit. Meanwhile, in this sleek modern office with the aesthetic lighting, our goat Sung Jin-Woo is chilling with Jin-ho, plotting his next big move. How about Arjun Guild? Jin-Woo says, acting all confident in his idea. Jin-ho's face lights up. It's great, Hyung-nim. Let's use that for our guild name. Anything but solo play. I can't with these two. Jin-ho being the ultimate hype man is giving me life. Jin-Woo with that subtle confidence. Then the guild name has been decided. The only thing left is getting another founding member, right? Jin-ho, a bit hesitant. What happened with Hunter Cha-hae-in yesterday? Our boy leans back in his chair, all philosophical. I don't think Hunter Chow will work. She's not the person I want. Jin-Ho's jaw is on the floor. This man is mentally screaming. She's an S-rank, young, accomplished, and beautiful as well. Will there be another applicant better than Hunter Chow Hae-in? The way Jin-Woo can just casually pass on a top-tier S-rank beauty who's clearly crushing on him, that's big Sigma energy right there. Jin-Ho, completely bamboozled. Young Nim, what kind of person do you want then? Him-Woo, with that slight smile, someone with a hunter license, who has no interest in guild activity and is trustworthy. The man doesn't want a hardcore raider, he wants someone with paperwork. That's how you know he's operating on a different level. Jin-Ho's eyes narrow thoughtfully. There are a few people who come to mind. Just then, someone's at the door, and Jin-Woo's whole vibe changes. Jin-Woo's thinking, it's not Hunter Cha again, is it? My man is dreading having to turn down that S-rank baddie a second time. But surprise! It's Park Jong-soo with Yong Yirim and Jong Yoon-tae standing there like they're about to ask for a college recommendation letter. Hello, says Park Jong-soo with his most respectful business smile. I am Park Jong-soo, the guild master of the Knights Guild. Jin-Woo and Jin-Ho exchange a look that says it all. Why are they here? After introductions, they're all sitting around a table, and Park Jong-soo wastes no time getting to business. He pulls out a tablet showing this massive energy vortex swirling between city buildings, people pointing and taking selfies in front like, felt cute, might delete later. Then he adds, the physical size of a gate and its rank don't always match. However, they say that an immense amount of mana is flowing out of that gate. Jin-Woo, cool as a cucumber. Was it determined to be an S-rank gate? It is narrowly within an A-rank's measuring limit, Park Jong-soo confirms, intensity in his eyes. It's the largest gate to ever spawn in Busan. When Jin-Woo hears Busan, this man starts thinking about food. His mind goes straight to, should I meet up with Ju-hee and get some sushi? Even when top guild leaders are begging for his help, Jin-Woo's priorities are straight, rizzing up baddies with premium seafood. Absolute legend behavior. Park Jong-soo continues. You should have read it in the article, but the association is trying to deny us entry. From their point of view, it's difficult to trust our guild because we don't have any S-rank hunters. So if you agree to join our attack force, we'll be able to take care of this raid. Meanwhile, Yong Yirim is in the background having a whole internal meltdown about whether she should ask the great Sung Jin-Woo for his autograph. The way our boy Aura farms professional hunters, turning them into fangirls. Normally, S-rank hunters get around 10% of the profits from a raid, but we will give you 20% from this dungeon, offering double the standard rate right off the bat. That's how valuable Jin-Woo's presence is. But Him-Woo ain't playing small ball. Make it 50-50. Park Jong-soo got caught lacking by the surprise counter.
Huh?
I will cooperate if you are willing to ally with my guild, and not just with me as an individual. We just happened to establish a guild under the name of Archin Guild. The timing, Jin-Woo just casually dropping that he now has his own guild, right when a major guild is asking for his help. That's what we call a power move. Park Jong-soo tries to recover, then how about 40-60? Jin-Woo, not even entertaining the idea. I am not trying to negotiate with the Knights Guild. Cold as ice. Man just reminded them who's holding all the cards in this situation. Park Jong-soo's inner thoughts are screaming. This guy, he looks young, but he's not normal. That's right, don't let the pretty face fool you. Jin-Woo is a businessman pushing P. Very well, he gives in, but adds one condition. Then would you take care of the boss-level monsters? Jin-Woo nods calmly. I understand. Park Jong-soo stands up. It's been almost a week since the gate was discovered, so we will need to start the raid tomorrow. Let's head down together in our car. No, I will meet you tomorrow. I have business to take care of tonight. Regardless, I won't be late. Yeah, no way this decision's gonna come back to cook him, right? In the background, Jung Yoon-tae notices something strange. Did his shadow just move? But Park Jong-soo dismisses it. Yoon-tae, have you been drinking? Little does he know that shadow business is Jin-Woo's whole thing. Just then, Jin-Woo's phone rings. He glances at it with mild surprise. Who is it? He checks his phone, then says, excuse me, I'm taking this call. Night Guild members nod. This is Sung Jin-Woo, he answers professionally. Son, comes the voice through the phone. Mom, did you buy a cell phone? Jin-Woo asks with that soft spot he reserves for family. Yeah, I called as soon as I got the phone because I wanted to hear your voice. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. Jin-Woo smiles. Not at all. Pleasantly surprised, he thinks to himself, it was Mom. Really, what was I expecting? A smile touches Jin-Woo's lips. Mom, let's have dinner together tonight. Her voice brightens. Okay, sounds good to me. Even with all his power and fame, Jin-Woo still prioritizes family. That's what makes him not just a great hunter, but a great person. Fast forward to the next day, and there's a massive crowd of hunters gathered by this imposing gate in Busan. The Night Guild is fully armored up, looking like they're about to drop the hottest medieval album of 2025. Park Jong-soo, decked out in his shining armor with a worried expression. He's thinking, we should have made him come with us yesterday. He's not going to be late, right? He keeps checking his phone like he's being ghosted on a first date. Damn it, we're starting in 5 minutes. Meanwhile, our boy Jin-Woo is in his office, taking his sweet time. He glances out the window at the overcast sky. The weather's bad, he notes, then thinks about his sister. I wonder if Jin-An brought her umbrella. Jin-Woo makes a decision. I should get going. Then with a subtle movement, boom, he activates his shadow exchange, his form dissolving into shadows. Man's about to teleport to Busan, just casually teleport. We're suddenly in a school hallway where students are just going about their day, complaining about teachers like normal kids. Isn't this free labor? One kid grumbles. I know, right? Another agrees. A third adds, why's the art teacher having us do his job? How many plaster figures do we need to bring? There are 6 groups, so probably 6. Even if we each take one, we'll have to make a second trip, one of them suggests. Then you can take 4. They arrive at this dusty classroom that hasn't been cleaned since like forever. The place is giving abandoned, haunted house vibes. When's the last time this place was cleaned? One student says, wrinkling his nose. Someone groans in disgust. It probably hasn't been used all semester, a student observes. Huh? One student suddenly notices something. This, he says, pointing to a corner. Another student approaches. Isn't this a gate? The students creep closer and one kid is trying to flex his dungeon knowledge. Why are you so scared? Closed gates like this are completely safe, he explains confidently. Only hunters can go in, but nothing inside can come out. It'll take about a week for the gate to open. Another boy adds with concern, didn't you say this room was left unattended for the entire semester? It's just being found now. But while these kids are chatting away, tiny cracks start spreading across the gate's seal. There's this ominous sound coming from it. Suddenly, a massive green monstrous hand with claws like knives bursts through the cracks, its scaly fingers stretching out and grabbing the nearest kid by the head. The fingers wrap around his skull with crushing force. The boy's eyes widen in absolute terror as he's lifted off the ground, his hands desperately clawing at the monster's grip. His face contorts in pain and panic as he tries to scream, but can barely make a sound as the pressure increases. Jun-Sok! His friends cry out in horror, frozen in place. As his friends watch helplessly, the monster's grip tightens with unnatural strength. The kid desperately screams for help. Help me! Please! With a sickening crunch that echoes through the classroom, the monster pulverizes the student's head, instantly killing him. His body goes limp in the monster's grasp, blood dripping from what's left of his skull. Solo leveling Chapter 117, Dual Threat. While Jin-Woo honors his agreement with the Knights Guild, fighting in a dungeon hundreds of miles away, this is the massacre he doesn't know is happening. The room is absolute carnage, blood everywhere. The bodies of the 3 high school kids remain scattered across the floor, lifeless. And the monsters responsible? 2 absolute units emerge from the darkness, High Orcs with skin the color of rotting moss, eyes glowing like fresh blood, and tribal markings that tell you exactly one thing. Run. They are naturally gifted hunters. Even if they're lacking in intelligence, they far exceed humans when it comes to tracking and hunting. The hunters were greatly excited by the smell of flesh and blood. But here's what makes your stomach drop. They were just scouts, so they suppressed their instinct and prioritized their mission. These hunters hid in the darkness for a week. Their 6th sense alerted them even before they searched for their prey. The orc's eyes narrow menacingly as he scans the building. This place is full of prey. Then looks upward, nostrils flaring dramatically. Up there, above there too. The orc turns to his buddy, voice grating like gravel. This building is as complex as a castle. Then gives a command that's about to unleash pure hell. I will start hunting first. You call for our brothers. We'll massacre all the humans in this castle and fortify our position. Then we start hunting for real. The lead orc smashes through a doorway with a thunderous bang. Splinters of wood and pieces of glass fly everywhere. First, we'll completely clear this place out. These monsters think they're the apex predators right now, but they're completely unaware. They're just setting the stage for the real apex predator. Jin-Woo is about to aura farm their entire existence. We go from darkness to light as the orc emerges into a brightly lit hallway. Students laughing, talking, completely unaware that death has entered the chat. A girl with a shy smile hands a juice box to a boy. I bought this for you. It's such a normal teenage moment, the kind we've all experienced. And it's about to end. Forever. The boy hears a sound and looks up urgently, confusion crossing his face. Huh? Before they can even process what's happening, the orc is swinging this massive double-bladed axe through the air, aiming for a double kill. First blood. Time seems to slow down. The students' faces freeze in a portrait of pure terror as they realize this is it, their final moment. And the worst part, the one person who could save them is about to enter a completely different gate on the other side of the city. Speaking of which, our goat Jin-Woo is standing outside this colossal A-rank gate like he's waiting for a bus. The vortex is swirling with blue energy, illuminating the night. Jin-Woo? Hands in pockets. Expression? Unbothered. His first thought? It's bigger in person. That's what she said. He's analyzing the situation like, that's the collection team. On the other side is the mining team, and then the assault team, 13 A ranks and 20 B ranks. Jin-Woo's internal thought continues. They have this many A-rank hunters, as expected of the guild with the most A ranks. Suddenly, Jin-Woo's surrounded by Night Guild hunters absolutely fanboying over him. Groupie number 1. The Jeju raid was really amazing. Dick Rider number 2. How do you summon those black soldiers? Hater adds no, are they even summons in the first place? Random Hunter 4. Mr. Jin-Woo, you're taking the lead in today's raid, right? Jin-Woo's looking about as comfortable as a cat in a bathtub. A female healer in the guild steps up heroically to rescue Jin-Woo from his admirers. Hey, why are you making Hunter Sung feel awkward? She turns to Jin-Woo with a respectful introduction. My name is Jong Yerim, and I'm the main healer of the Knights Guild assault team. Based on this reaction, Jin-Woo turns sharply to Guildmaster Park Jong-soo. You haven't explained yet? Well, I can do it now. I, Park Jong-soo, will be the leader of this raid. The Knights Guild members start murmuring among themselves, clearly unhappy with this announcement. Hater 1, you again, Guildmaster? Simp number 2, but we have Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. Park Jong-soo quickly clarifies, Hunter Sung Jin-Woo will be in charge of the rear and make sure that we're safe. This is what we call a tactical decision. But not everyone gets it. One hot-headed young hunter steps up with some audacity. Are we so weak that we need someone else's protection? He turns directly to Jin-Woo. Do the elite members of the Knights Guild look that weak to you, Mr. Sung Jin-Woo? The unspoken thought hangs in the air. This NPC really just tried to flex on the flex-woo? His seniors are mortified. One of them tries desperately to control the situation. Hey, youngest. Park Jong-soo gives Jin-Woo an apologetic smile. Our members are quite gutsy, don't you think? It might have been a bit rude, but we usually have this kind of atmosphere. Jin-Woo, unbothered as always. It just means that they're that confident. Absolute class from our boy. That's a true Sigma mentality. He doesn't need to flex his power because he is flex itself manifested. Park Jong-soo checks his phone urgently. We should get going. He raises his voice commandingly to the group. It's time. A big announcement rings out powerfully. The raid is starting. The hunters gear up to enter this massive A-rank gate, completely unaware that across the city, an even greater emergency is unfolding ferociously, one that's going to force Jin-Woo to make an impossible choice. The scene switches to a modern call center. Bright lights, computer screens. An operator with a headset answers a call urgently. Yes, this is the Hunters Association emergency call center. The caller's voice is trembling with absolute terror. Is this the Hunters Association? Yes, that is correct. Please go on. Here right now. It's our school. The operator's immediately on high alert. There are monsters outside? A dungeon break? Where are you calling from? We see a young schoolgirl huddled in a bloody bathroom stall, her face streaked with tears. Her uniform is splattered with blood, not hers. The door sign reads occupied. I'm hiding in the bathroom. I was with my friend. But my friend, she can't even finish her sentence. We don't need her to. We know. How many monsters are there? Are they nearby? No, I don't know. I hear too many screams. Each scream in the background is a life being extinguished, a future erased. The girl breaks down further. Am I going to die? The operator tries to reassure her. Please calm down and listen to me. Hunters are heading there right now. Our hunters will never abandon you students, so you need to stay calm until the end. Do you understand? The girl clings to this small hope like it's a life raft. Really? Then I'll live. Suddenly, footsteps sound nearby. Heavy, deliberate. Screams echo through the halls. Each scream is closer than the last. The operator needs crucial info. Those monsters, do you know what kind of creatures they are? Yes, I know. I saw them on TV. She struggles desperately to remember. What was it? What were they called? Please describe them. What kind of monster? What do they look like? That their bodies are human-like, but their faces are ugly. Ah, they're green. They have green skin. The operator's eyes widen in absolute horror. It can't be. She raises her voice urgently. Are they orcs? Yes, that's what it was. Orcs. Suddenly a loud noise, the sound of death approaching. A bloodied orc axe blade comes into view outside the stall door. The operator screams into her headset. No! Get away from there! Quick! Orcs can smell. It's too late. The girl's piercing screams fill the connection. Save me! I don't want to die! Save me! Please save me! Then silence. The kind of silence that says everything. The operator can only listen in horror as the line goes dead. This nightmare is repeating all over the school, and the one hunter who could stop it doesn't even know about it. Students pour out of the school gates in absolute panic, running toward police cars. Some are carrying wounded friends. Others are simply in shock, moving on autopilot. One girl looks back frantically, tears streaming down her face. My friends are still inside. A boy pulls her along urgently. The hunters will take care of it. Let's hurry and run. The painful truth? No one is coming. Inside, it's a bloodbath. Close up on orc axes dripping with blood. Each drop represents a life cut short. A dream that will never be realized, and a good KD ratio. The two scout orcs stand amidst the carnage, surveying their work like artists admiring a canvas. Ugly Orc 1, to think that we lost half our prey. Ugly Orc 2, it's okay, there are still many left. The lead orc turns his gaze to the upper floors. We blocked their escape path. We'll go up another floor and kill them all. The hallway on an upper floor is completely devastated, eerily empty. Broken glass crunches underfoot. Abandoned backpacks lie scattered, their owners no longer needing them. Inside a classroom, the remaining students are huddled behind a makeshift barricade of desks and chairs. Two brave boys stand guard with mocks and chairs. It's David versus Goliath, except David forgot his slingshot. Boom. The barricade explodes inward as if hit by a wrecking ball. Desks splinter, chairs fly across the room. The students scream in absolute terror. Their last defense, gone in an instant. Through the dust and wreckage steps the orc leader, covered in blood from head to toe. He emits a low growl that vibrates through the floor. One terrified student makes a break for the other exit. He scrambles across the destroyed classroom floor, hope flaring in his eyes for just a moment. But as he reaches the door, a happy camper orc is waiting for him on the other side, those glowing red eyes locking onto him from the shadows. He never had a chance. With a brutal slash, the axe cleaves through the air, and another student falls. More orcs flood into the classroom, surrounding the remaining terrified students. One orc sniffs the air and speaks to the leader. Boss, there is a human here with magic energy. The orc leader's command is ruthless. Kill her first. The final shot focuses on two girls huddled at the back. It's Jin-Woo's sister, Jinna, and her friend, Han Song-yi. Jinna is terrified, tears welling in her eyes as she desperately whispers, Oppa! Her brother, the most powerful hunter in Korea, has no idea she's seconds away from death, praying desperately for him to come. The scene shifts to the straight-up biblical rainfall pounding Jinna's school. Not just rain, sheets of water cascading from the heavens like nature itself knows something terrible is happening. We see Han Song-yi standing there, her body trembling but her stance is firm and eyes are still fixed with resolve. I'm an awakened too, even though I'm only E rank. Gina clutches her friend's arm with white knuckles. I said you can't. She knows exactly what would happen. Her friend would be torn apart in seconds. An E rank against orcs is like bringing a pool noodle to a tank fight. From the shadows of the school hallway, these massive orcs emerge. Their red eyes pierce the darkness like laser sights marking their next kill. One of them growls with a voice like rocks grinding together. Is that the human? Another orc answers, no. The orc's crimson eye narrows as it stares directly at Jinna, a predator that's found something unexpected in its prey. There is a greater magic energy source. Beside her, with a bloodthirsty roar, the orc swings its gigantic axe toward Jinna, the weapon's edge gleaming with the blood of students who came before. It's that woman! Die! Time seems to slow down as the axe descends toward Jinna's head. This is it. The end. Both girls flinch, squeezing their eyes shut, muscles tensing for an impact they know will be their last. In that moment, they're just two terrified teenagers facing monsters they never should have encountered. Gina's eyes snap open. The axe is frozen in midair, stopped by a powerful arm, a High Orc shadow soldier. The realization crashes over her like a tsunami. Her brother hasn't left her unprotected. He's had guards watching over her the whole time. The High Orc shadow delivers a single, devastating punch. The attacking orc doesn't just fly back, it's catapulted through the ceiling like it was made of wet tissue paper. The remaining orcs stand there frozen. Their expressions shift from confidence to confusion to absolute terror as three imposing High Orc shadow soldiers materialize, forming an impenetrable wall around Gina and Song-yi. These monsters rolled up thinking they were the apex predators, only to discover they're facing the leftovers from the Shadow Monarch's dinner table. Imagine pulling up to what you thought was an easy buffet, only to find out you're actually on the menu. Now we cut to the high-tier A-rank dungeon where Jin-Woo and the Knights Guild have just entered. Suddenly, we hear Park Young-soo's voice cut through the tense silence. An ogre. Before them stands an absolute unit, a grotesque, colossal, two-headed ogre that makes the ground shake with each step. Everyone be careful. One hunter gasps as the beast swings its weapon with a deafening that creates its own wind current. The ogre screams and swings his massive axe. Park Young-soo manifests a large, shimmering energy shield with a sound, the magical barrier spreading wide to protect his team. The ogre's weapon slams against it with the force of a wrecking ball. The shield cracks like safety glass but holds against the immense force, barely. Sweat beads on Park's forehead as his arms tremble under the pressure. His teeth grind together as he calls out, Yuntae! Jung Yuntae springs into action like a coiled viper. He sprints up the shaft of the ogre's embedded weapon with impressive speed. Reaching the heads, he swiftly blinds the creature. His sword finds its targets with surgical precision. The ogre lets out a pained screech that echoes through the cavern, both heads howling in synchronized agony. As he jumps away and shouts, Nunas, Hungs, you can deal damage now. The hunters roar as they charge the flailing beast, their fear transformed into coordinated aggression. Warriors are hacking and slashing, their weapons finding gaps in the monster's thick hide. Mages at the rear unleash fiery spells, the air filling with the scent of burning flesh and ozone. Overwhelmed by the coordinated assault, the twin-headed ogre sways, then collapses with a ground shaking that sends dust billowing through the cavern. Park Young-soo lowers his now cracked shield, his expression shifting from relief to concern. Let's regroup here before we move on. He turns to Jin-Woo with lines of worry etched around his eyes. This is bad. As expected, this raid won't be easy, a twin-headed ogre from the start. Park asks Jin-Woo directly, as a veteran who knows when something's not right. Do you know what the twin-headed are known as? Him-Woo replies casually, Gravekeepers. Park nods, his expression darkening further. Correct. It's no problem when it's the boss, but if it appears at the entrance. His voice drops on the last word, like it's bad luck to even say it aloud. The dungeon will consist of the undead. On cue, a massive legion of undead monsters appears in the distance down the dungeon passage. We're talking hundreds, if not thousands, of rotting zombies and skeletons. The sight is both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a sea of the dead waiting patiently in the darkness. Jun Yuntae groans, rubbing his temples. You should have watched your words, Guildmaster. You jinxed us. His attempt at humor barely masks the genuine concern in his voice. Hyung, what should we do? Should we keep going? A random Saoti observes with a frown, noting the unusual behavior. What's going on? Aren't they acting weird? The hunters start murmuring uneasily, their confidence from the ogre victory rapidly evaporating. Why are they backing off? Don't they usually attack on sight? The collective unease grows like a living thing, feeding on their confusion and fear. Park notes, don't they look like they're being chased by something? Meanwhile, Jin-Woo is lost in his own thoughts. I had high expectations because they said it was the hardest A-rank dungeon. His expression suggests mild disappointment, like someone who ordered a steak and got served a salad instead. Suddenly, an invisible connection tugs at his consciousness. Distress signals from the shadows guarding his sister. Our boy can feel his shadows being activated miles away. It can't be, he thinks. Him-woo turns abruptly to Park Young-soo. I have to leave. There's an urgent matter I need to take care of. Each word is measured but urgent, a statement, not a request. Huh? What are you saying? Park protests immediately, his face contorting with disbelief and alarm. It could be dangerous for us without you here, Hunter Him-woo. Don't you understand? The unspoken end of that sentence hangs in the air. We might all die. How about this? Jin-Woo cuts him off, his voice cool as winter but carrying an edge sharp enough to slice through steel. I'll call on someone you can trust just as much as me. He'll take care of things from here. A swirling vortex of shadows opens with a chilling sound. The Knights Guild are in shock. Hunter Sung! Isn't that one of the ants from Jeju Island? Seeing the Ant King that teabagged on every S-rank hunter on Jeju Island. And see it, the absolute nightmare that is Beru. Standing tall, mandibles clicking, his exoskeleton gleaming like polished obsidian in the dim light. Jin-Woo continues, since you recognize him, I guess there's no need to explain. He'll take my place from here. Jin-Woo not missing a beat. Beru, protect these humans. Do as you please with the rest. The command is simple, direct. A king issuing orders to a loyal general. For the first time, we see a flash of genuine concern cross his face. Time, the one resource even the aura farmer can't control. Of course, he uses teleportation as an Uber once, and suddenly it's on cooldown when he really needs it. Without another word, he turns and sprints back toward the dungeon entrance, his movement a blur of speed and purpose. Every second counts when family is in danger. Don't get in my way. His thoughts become angrier and angrier. Even more undead monsters are blocking his path. Shockingly, the undead monsters tremble and kneel, parting like the Red Sea to create a clear path for him. Jin-Woo sprints through, momentarily surprised by their reaction. What's going on? Is it because I'm a higher class necromancer than what controls the undead? Even the Shadow Monarch doesn't fully understand the depths of his own power yet. He leaps into the air as he reaches the dungeon exit, his voice cutting through the noise. Kaisel. They burst out of the dungeon gate into the rain-soaked air, water droplets shattering against Jin-Woo's determined face. The majestic shadow wyvern, Kaisel, materializes beneath him in mid-air, wings unfurling like liquid darkness, solidifying into form. The creature appears precisely as Jin-Woo needs it. The crowd outside erupts in awe, phones immediately raised to capture the moment. Wow! It's him! Sung Jin-Woo! The wyvern! Their voices blend into a chorus of amazement and adoration. To them, this is spectacle. To Jin-Woo, it's a race against time. Landing on Kaisel's back, Jin-Woo leans forward, his face carved from stone, eyes fixed on the horizon. To my sister. Those 3 words carry more emotion than we've ever heard from him before. This isn't the Shadow Monarch now. This is just a brother, desperate to protect his family. Full speed. He activates his skill, bathing Kaisel in a powerful blue aura that ripples outward like waves of energy. Domain of the Monarch. All stats of Shadow soldiers within the territory increase by 50%. The air around them distorts with raw power. Kaisel lets out a mighty roar that splits the storm clouds and accelerates like a rocket breaking atmosphere. And that's where our epic 4-chapter journey ends. Jin-Woo racing against time to reach his sister, while his shadows are already showing these orcs what happens when you mess with the Shadow Monarch's family. We've seen Jin-Woo recognized as something comparable to a national-level hunter. We've watched him establish the Arjun Guild. We've witnessed a terrifying dungeon break at a high school. And now, Jin-Woo is about to show the world what happens when you threaten what's precious to him. If you're as hyped as I am to see what happens next, make sure to demolish that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of the upcoming carnage. Drop a comment telling me your favorite moment from these chapters. Was it the tense horror inside the high school? The revelation about Jin-Woo's unlimited power? His shadows protecting Jinna? Or the undead monsters literally kneeling before him? It's your host hyping out. Stay legendary.